Hey guys, Evan here, Team X3 Drop. We have another video for you guys today. Looks like we've got some Guru control, and we've got Luis here that's gonna show it to us. How's it going?
Hey, it's going good.
Alright.
So we decided to play this deck, Guru control. I don't consider this deck to be like top tier. It's like a good 2.0, 1.5 depending. So we don't have any events. We have a ban list coming up very soon, so we decided to play fun-ish decks. So yeah, we'll show you guys what I played. We also decided to take on the task of playing like bad decks to kind of show you guys how bad they do and how bad they flop. So we'll take the punishment for you guys and let you guys know the results. So let's get to the video, the deck. Alright, so we're playing Guru, so of course we need 3 staple. The hand trap, 3 of them. For anybody that doesn't know what this does, if you control a face-up Subterror monster and your opponent activates a spell or trap or a monster effect, you can negate the activation. It doesn't destroy, and then set whatever Subterror monster you target. So if you have a Guru, you can set it and then flip it and then get effects off of it. So it's nice. And this guy searches pretty much everything in the deck.
So 2 of the most important cards in the deck.
Yes, those are 2 of the most important cards in the deck. Right. The one up, the Nemesis Archer. She's like an Aaron Lightsworn Monk. If there's a monster in defense and you control a face of Subterror monster, you can bounce it back to the deck. And then the Behemoth, you get him off of her when she's destroyed by battle or card effect. You can set a Subterror, so you set him. And also when you control when a monster you control is set face down, then you can special summon it from your hand. And then when he's flipped, you can banish a monster on the field. So it's just like spot removal, and
it's pretty strong.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So that's it for the Subterror monsters. Very small. It's a control deck, so you minimize on like bricks and stuff like that. My hand traps, I play 3 Ash Blossom. It's, in my opinion, still the best hand trap. It's just generic. It does pretty much every deck does something that this card can stop. So it's no reason not to play this card at 3. I played Triple Phantasme. The thing about this deck is this deck breaks a lot. It has a really bad consistency issue, and this card helps with that consistency part. It's also a body. It can protect your Guru from being Veilered or permanent, so it's really good for what it does in the deck. I know it's not budget, I know it's not a cheap card, but if you have it, if you have access to it, then there's no reason why you shouldn't play it.
Yeah, right.
So that's it for all the monsters. I only play 6 hand traps. That's it. I didn't want to like play Ogres and Veilers because I didn't want to like I said, this deck has a consistency problem, and I didn't want to have just a bunch of hand traps and no like ways to get to the Subterror engine, which is how you win.
Right.
The heart and soul of the deck. If you don't see this card at all during a match, you're gonna lose that match. This card is that crucial to your strategy. So yeah, this is a hidden city deck. If you don't have this card, you will lose that game. So like I said, that's what I'm telling you. That's why you play cards like Phantasm. So hopefully, if you haven't seen it, you can see it, right? Because it's that important. The one of, I mean, it's at 1. It sucks. Other decks abused it, so it sucks to be this deck. More consistency, more ways to hopefully get into the hidden city or your Subterror engine. You don't care about your extra deck at all, so yeah, this card's really good. More ways to hopefully get into your engine pieces. This deck card does not conflict with the deck at all, so there's no reason why you shouldn't play it at 3. It digs into the deck. Hopefully you can get into the pieces that you need, and like I said, it's just added consistency that you really need.
Right.
I decided to play 2 Super Polys in the main deck. So the reason why I play Super Poly is because this deck cannot break a board going second, and if I draw this card going second, hopefully I can possibly break a board. If not, then I have no way to break a board going second, so that's why I played Super Polys. So yeah, it's really good. I didn't want to play the 3rd because I didn't want to like break going first. Like if I am going first, if I win the dice roll, I don't want to have like 2 Super Polys because they don't do nothing to my engine, and I just wanted to have cards that would do a lot more.
Right.
So 2 Final Battle. Only play 2 final battle because I see people play 3, but I decided to only play 2. 1 because it's searchable, and 2 is because drawing final battle by itself without a Subterror card, it really sucks. So yeah, I just didn't want to have like maybe 2 final battles and like no Subterror monster, because then I just have 2 really dead cards.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so it's searchable, so you don't need to play more than 2 in my opinion, but that's personal preference. We're playing a trap deck, so of course we play the traps, the best solemn, the other best solemn. These cards, I mean, they're self-explainable. This card right here, I've seen people play with this card, and I've seen them just literally Solemn Judgment the first card their opponent activates, and this card is not. That's not how you play this card. You have to be really, really smart on how you play this card and not just blow it because you can.
Right.
That is not the way that you play this card. I'm sorry, guys.
What about using it with a minute left in time?
Hey, man. I mean, everybody makes their own decisions, and if you think that's the correct decision, then go ahead. And then more traps. This is a hand trap, I guess, and a trap as well. So it's a trap control deck, so there's no reason why I shouldn't play this card.
Pretty standard.
Yep. And then I only play 3 floodgates in the deck. I feel like this is the best floodgate right now. Pretty much shuts down every deck that plays like an archetype deck. You know, most archetype decks are of the same type. You know, fiends, spellcasters, Cybears, whatever. So yeah, I mean, this is the only floodgate that I play in. I am thinking of playing Skill Drain in the main deck. I totally forgot about that card, because if you have final battle, Skill Drain won't affect your Guru from flipping, and you only care about like flipping Guru a couple times after that. You don't care about monster effects. So
right.
Yeah, I'm gonna make room for Skill Drain.
Okay.
So
keep an eye out for that.
Yep. So that's the main deck, 40 cards. We want to keep it nice and consistent. We don't want to play more cards because it will add to the inconsistency, which the deck already struggles with. But that's my main deck. The extra deck is really not that important. I just play like random links. Like I said, the extra deck it's just there. It's fuel for your pot of extravagance. That's all it is there for, your pot of extravagance.
Zero's never going to go into these.
No, never. You can literally just put like Ojama King and whatever the fuck you want. It doesn't really matter. This part is important because we do play Super Poly. If you don't play Super Poly, you can literally just put 15 random heroes in your extra deck and it doesn't matter. But we play Super Poly, so these are important. I play the Predator Plant because like heroes play like Dark Law, so you can use their Dark Law to fusion into it. Like, you know, of course, Thunder, you can use their Titan and the Colossus to get rid of them, and you know, it's a good card. And it's just like you have the room in the extra deck, so there is no reason why you shouldn't play it. Yeah. I played 2 of the Starving Venoms, 2 of the Violet Chimera, 1 Mod Dragon. If you guys wanted to, you can maximize on these 3 all you want. Like, the links are not, you never make these links ever. So you can just put like 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, so you can have targets and you don't banish them randomly off of like extravagance. Right. I just don't have more copies of them. That's why I didn't put them. But you guys can put whatever.
Yeah, fair enough.
These right here, Cyber Dragon's been a deck that's gained a lot of popularity as of late. So if your opponent makes Infinity and Dingirsu, you can just, without playing a single card, you can just get rid of 2 cards from their field, and you literally break the board.
You say the words, and that's
it. You just break the board. Yeah. So yeah, it's like I said, Cyber Dragon Orcus has been getting like pretty popular. So yeah, just play that card. Yeah. And then I play one of this, and I'll show you guys why I also play this and why I play 2 of these. Okay. So this is the extra deck. Like I said, these right here do not matter. You can just maximize on these, put whatever the hell you want on there to replace the rest of the extra deck.
Fair enough.
So that's the extra deck, like I said. I do side deck the 3rd Super Poly. I side deck it to go 2nd, of course, and against decks that pump out like, you know, boss monsters that, you know, that I can't get over. So this card would just, you know, yeah, it's a game ender. I mean, everybody knows what this card does and what it can cost. I don't play like Twin Twister or anything else because this deck can afford to like -1, discard 1 to pop 2 cards. So I wanted to play a card that has spell and trap removal that doesn't cost me anything, and this card is like the perfect fit. It's a trap card, and I can just use it to like pop 2 cards, and yeah, it's pretty good. I played triple summon limit. If I ever play against an archetype that that plays different types. There can only be one, of course, is dead.
Right.
So that's why you bring in Summon Limit. Like any Orcus variant that plays like, you know, just a bunch of like different types, or Crusader Thunder, because they play a bunch of different types. They can easily play around. There can only be one. While this, it just shuts them down for the turn and that's it.
Yeah.
So, you know, I've sided in depending on the matchup. Triple Pankratops. I mean, it's Pankratops. It runs over pretty much anything anti-meta. It pops a card. In this deck, like, you don't really have like a lot of monsters to push a lot of damage. So like this card, it like just becomes another monster you can push damage with. Draco is one of the hardest matchups for this deck. So this card just like runs over literally every Draco monster, and then you can pop any card. So yeah, this card's really good in the side for this deck.
Okay.
And then only 2 Inspector Border. I didn't want to play 3. I just didn't want to. I wanted to put the third Super Poly instead of the third Inspector Border, and it worked out pretty good. I mean, Inspector Border is, you know, pretty self-explanatory. Just literally shuts down pretty much every deck except Striker.
They just can't play.
Yeah, you just can't play. Yeah, this card's really good. And then my final 3s. The reason why I play the Mega Fleet and I play the Chimera Trek Fortress is Cyber Dragon. So this card, you might think it's not that good, but it actually really is really good. Like, you'll be surprised. Like, this card becomes a body sometimes that you really need. And 2, if you play against Striker, Striker is one of your hardest matchup. You can just summon Cyber Dragon and tag out with like one of their extra deck monsters, like Shizuku, whatever they have. They don't get the Ray effect, and you just get a Mega Fleet for free.
Right.
So it's a 1 card that gets rid of the extra deck monster, and it doesn't trigger the Ray, which is huge because that's how the deck gets so much advantage out of Ray. And you have no ways to get rid of it without triggering the Ray. So yeah, this card like does it all. And same thing against Salamangreat. You can get rid of the Sunlight Wolf, make this with the Sunlight Wolf, and now it turns off the Roar, the Rage, and yeah, I mean, like, most of the time it's really hard to like out the Sunlight Wolf because they have a way to protect it, and they'll have like traps to protect it. So this card just gets rid of it like immediately, and then you can just play through the rest of it.
Gotcha.
And then if anybody's playing Cosmos, ABC,
Yeah, you never know, honestly, especially at locals.
yeah, and then I mean, I guess just like Orcus, people just like make Galatea and like Dingirsu. You just get rid of them, make Fortress, and yeah, this card is just, I feel like it's really good right now for because of the machines that are being played in the meta. It's just not no reason not to play it in the side deck.
Right.
So this is my side. This is what I've been playing. It's just, like I said, a fun deck. Nothing too serious. We have, like I said, we have a ban list, and we don't have any events coming up, so we decided to play a little fun decks. We're looking to play more fun decks, so we'll show you guys what we play in the next couple weeks until we get a ban list and we start getting ready for regionals coming up. But for now, we'll just play fun decks and kind of share how we do and how we like those decks.
That's it. All right, guys. Well, thank you for checking out the video. As always, like the video. If you have any comments you want to make, any criticism, please let us know. You know, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And until next time.
Thank you.